I think I sat here last week and said we'll look to improve and get better and come back and demonstrate that. And I think the guys did a great job of making sure we were prepared and we improved on our clearing. I think we improved on every aspect of the game, and it was nice to get in the dome, get a week of practice, get a feel for it, and come back out and play. So just real happy with the total team effort. A lot of first goals, some highlight games from Jimmy, and just overall just can't be super excited about the win and ready to move on, take on the next one.
Yeah, Aiden from Syracuse.com. Jimmy, when you're having a day like you are today, just what's kind of going through your head between each possession and just
Honestly, like nothing. I kind of try to like not think at all. I talk about it a lot with Coach, honestly, and Coach Oderna, but like we talk about just only focusing on the ball, reacting. I'm kind of playing over in my head every time the ball is on the other end, just react, and just thinking about seeing the ball, saving the ball, and then clearing it down the field.
Yeah, Jimmy, following up on that, was there a certain moment, either pre-game or during the game, when you made a save that you really kind of realized that you were really locked in, that this was going to be a good game for you?
Not necessarily, no. I think, I have a routine before games I like to stick to, and, today I was making saves, and so that felt good. But, no, I'm only focused on the next shot. It could go in or it could be a save on the last one, but the only thing that I'm focused on is the next one.
Coach, Joey passed me for 8 on the all-time goals list today. What's it like coaching someone who's hitting these elite milestones that Jimmy was actually kept?
I didn't even know I was 8, so whatever. But no, it's just nice. It's a byproduct of a lot of hard work. Joe puts in more work than anybody, and certainly proud of him and what he's been able to do. And but I know what he's really focused on, and that's helping his team win a championship. So I know that's all that matters to him, and it's all that matters to any of us. Byproducts are fun to talk about, but meets and wins.
Mauricio Palmer, Daily Orange. Joey, team had 23 shots on goal, 20 goals today. I was just wondering what you kind of thought about efficiency and what was your
Yeah, I thought last week, I didn't think, we particularly shot the ball well. We were getting good looks, right? We were doing the stuff that we wanted to do. I just thought that their goalie played well, and, probably a couple shots that we would want back. But, I think this week, right, we just got to good spots and we just kind of did what we were supposed to do, right? I don't think we necessarily changed how we played from week to week. I think it was just more of, we were getting probably to better spots, and we were putting the ball on cage, and I don't know the exact number, but I felt like almost every shot was either pipe or in the goal, or I think the goalie made 2 stops. But, I think we just did a really good job of putting the ball on cage, so.
Jack Knight from the Syracuse Lacrosse podcast. Joey, you were a big contributor in your freshman season. What's it like to see guys like Rawson and Hahn contribute so early in their career?
Yeah, for me, being an older guy, it's the best feeling in the world, right? When I'm able to go into the goal and pick up their first goal, it's the best, right? Because, I was in their shoes, and, I know how it is, to go from playing in high school, where those guys probably played in front of, 50 people, or it was people that they knew, and then, you kind of come here, you're playing in front of great crowds, and, people are, kind of chanting for you, and, to score some goals, has been great. And, those 2 are, I kind of challenged them over the break, that we're going to need them, and, that they're going to play for us. And, I think they've been doing a great job of that. And, they've become kind of my buddies. I think we're the first guys out to practice. And, I'm just so happy for them and that they're doing well. So.
CitrusTV for both me, Joey and Jimmy. How was it kind of knowing that he's got your back when you're vice versa on both sides of the team?
We've been roommates for the past 2 years, so I know, Jimmy's always going to have my back, and, he's a great goalie, and he played great today, and it was like they were shooting a beach ball. So when Jimmy's playing like that, it gives the offense some confidence. That we can kind of just go and play and make the correct play, and just know that Jimmy's always got us. So.
Yeah, and to go off that, I'm very glad that Joey's on my team and not another.
Coach Dan Phillips, you had 11 goal scorers today. How important is it to have that versatility?
I think it's always important, I think it makes it difficult for opponents to game plan when you have 11 different goal scorers in a game, and if you can consistently do that, you're going to be tough to cover and game plan for. So extremely happy. Coach March dialed in the offense, and the guys executed it, and it was, great team effort.
Alex, WAR, how much more impressed were you with the clear against 10-man Ryan this week?
Coach O kind of handles the clear team, and he was stressed all week that he wanted to make sure that we had improvement, that we didn't come out and play like we did the first game. But I think it really helped the fact that we were in the dome all week and we got the opportunity. I think it helped our shooting. I think it helped our clearing just to get comfortable in here, and that really helped, and I think it really made a difference.
Coach, why got you guys started with 2 quick goals today? It's the second straight game with 3 points. What have you made of his offensive squad to kind of
He's one of our midfielders, and he's consistent, and that's what I love about him. What you see in the games is what you see in practice every day. We try and practice at a high level, and we try and execute at a game speed in practice so that when you get to the game, it's easy. It's just like practice, and he's just one of many guys that takes practice seriously every day and puts in the same effort and executes at the same level in practice and in games as well. So I'm happy the way he's developed, and I think he provides a good example of how to get it done and how to go about your work.
Joey, as soon as you heard 10-man live, face kind of lit up, looked over at Coach immediately. Why is that? How the practice this week with it?
It was just, I wouldn't say on edge. It was just more of like, we got to figure this out. And, it's probably one of the better feelings, right? When you practice something and then in game time, right, you can do it the right way. And, Coach, I had a ton of combos with Coach O, just about being more involved in the clear. And, I feel like I could help out. And, I might not have carried the ball over a bunch today, but, they had to kind of guard me man to man, which kind of left other guys open in the clear. There was a bunch of times where our long poles are streaking down the field wide open where, their guy is probably supposed to guard him, but he's coming up the field to guard me. So when stuff like that, happens, it's just a great feeling, so.
Take 3 more.
Yeah, Jimmy, just where do you see growth in your game personally from last year to this year?
Yeah, I think last year, first year really starting, being the full-time starter, it definitely a lot of our learning opportunities, and I think I just took the opportunity every day to try and get better. And this year, I think I feel a lot more comfortable, both in myself and my teammates. And I think my defense has always given me really good looks that I'm happy seeing, and I think today was just another example of that. I think we held them to low-angle shots that they were willing to take, and I was able to make the saves. We were able to clean up in front when needed.
Coach, Maryland in less than a week. What's the mindset going to
Get back to work. It's the same thing. We'll set our game plan. We'll go to practice, do our jobs, work hard, and focus on the execution come Friday night.
When you found out that Gait wasn't going to be available today, I was just wondering what your thought process was kind of like. You're trying to fill a spot in the lineup, and how you eventually landed on third.
Well, we made some adjustments. Obviously, Peyton played attack last week, and so we moved Michael Leo to attack. And our middies played very well in the first game, and so we knew there was an opportunity to kind of bump somebody up there, and Coach March, we talked about it and wanted to give Bogue a shot, and I think he came out and made a statement scoring early, and he does everything we've asked. He plays on the wings, he plays man down, he clears the ball, he does whatever we need, and two-handed player, so he's going to be a good one for us for sure.